Welcome to Deep River Farm, folks. I appreciate you joining me this morning. We're going to give our update that we've got for the fires in western North Carolina. As the information has come in, I wanted to pass that along. We're going to start with the Headwater State Forest. It is closed, and this is located in southern Transylvania County, and this is per the North Carolina Forest Service. Due to the wildfires in the area, the Forest Service officials have implemented a full public closure for the Headwater State Forest. This closure is necessary in the interest of public safety. This will remain in effect until further notice. Let's move on now to the Black Cove Complex fire, which consist of the Deep Woods, the Black Cove, and the Fish Hook fires. This has burned more than 6,600 acres now. This is now in Polk and Henderson County. This is the group of fires that's not too far from the Bethel Wesleyan Church. They're in Flat Rock. Pastor Tim at last notification estimated at 8 nautical miles away, and the fire has been progressively moving toward that area consistently since, but we don't know if it has moved any closer, as it could have changed directions and started burning in a different direction due to the winds, and those have been running at about 12 to 15 miles an hour in Flat Rock, and then on the higher elevations they have been substantially higher wind speeds. The Black Cove fire is currently 3,288 acres in size. They say it is 17% contained. It is burning in timber and on state-owned and private land about approximately 2 miles northeast of the Saluda area. This is in the Green River Gorge. The Black Cove fire was reported on Wednesday, March 19th, and it was determined to be a down power line for this one. Deep Woods is at 3,373 acres in size, 30% contained now. It's burning approximately 5 miles northwest of Columbus in timber on state-owned and private land in the Green River Gorge. And that's the one that's in the neighboring Hobart Cove community. So we've got the information on the Black Cove. Now the Table Rock fire, that's the big one that come out of Pickens, South Carolina. This one has spread all the way into North Carolina now. It's primarily located on the along the state border, when the spot fire is still going at Busted Rock, and the fire activity is limited to the state forest. The closest fire is approximately half a mile from any structure, so they've been able to hold that one off for a while. All right, so in Buncombe County, let's move to Buncombe County. There is a fire that's still burning in Garen Creek. There's been no update on that one as of 12:55. The Garen Creek fire was 3.5 acres at last report, and it was 50% contained at that time. Let's move on to the fire containment percentages here. On Friday, the Black Cove fire was cited at being 17% contained. The West Buncombe Fire Department has posted the containment numbers. This is how much the wildfire's perimeter the firefighters have successfully controlled. The fire lines, backburns, and other suppression tactics create the barriers to prevent further spread. However, higher containment percentage does not necessarily mean the fire is extinguished. So they're giving a little bit of explanation of what the containment stuff means, so people understand what's happening there. The Alarka fire, they have reported it at being 10% contained. This is the one that's located in Swain County. This is over by the eastern band of the Cherokee Indians over in that area. There is 44 men and women of the Southern Area Incident Management Gray Team gathered, and they're dealing with the growing Alarka fire. This is on the post side of Route 74. It's hard to tell if the fire is consuming the nearby mountains because of the smoke. A slight haze is settled across the horizon. Birds were chirping, and the gentle breeze did carry a whiff of the wildfire in that location. On the other side, southeast of 74, it's a whole different story. There's 1,042 acres that have burned. The fire is about 10% contained. Fire lines at the first Hurricane Branch and Alarka Road are holding well. The crews have cut the lines along Long Creek Lane as the fire threatened homes in that gated community. They're working on the northern perimeter now near Eagles Roost Road and Rattlesnake Knob with the bulldozers. Smoke weaved over the peaks and dipped into the valleys Friday evening and Friday night. Along the Long Creek Lane, some homes were just feet from the fire but appeared to be okay. Dusty, dry gravel roads that cut through the community, providing easy fire lines for firefighters to work while making decisions on where to go next. The fire were working from the bottom up, and the roads would likely be an excellent deterrent. Unfortunately, that's not what's happening. The problem is, it's the really steep mountains, and it takes a loose log or one leaf to roll down the mountain, and that just keeps the fires going. Let's move over to the more news about Table Rock Fire. It has bust through the containment lines that were established at 315 in Transylvania County. This is probably due to the wind. It's from the North Carolina Forest Service. It has expanded. The Table Rock Fire has expanded past some of the containment lines within the state forest land, and crews are moving ahead to the area of Dolly Masters Road, working to strengthen the containment and to try to hold the fire. This is within the evacuation area already established, that was established on Wednesday. If you're still within the area of the Dolly Masters Road and the Big Hill subdivisions, you need to leave now. That was from the Forest Service. The fire at Table Rock started on March 22nd in Pickens, South Carolina, and it was 8,679 acres. It is 0% contained. And this one is the one that they think was started by some teenagers that had a campfire going, and the campfire got away from them. At 3:25 p.m., folks, the controlled burning operation in Cruso, they have given a report there. They're using a helicopter right now to assist with the controlled burning in Cruso. That came from Haywood County Emergency Services. The increased smoke and possibility of some flames will likely be visible in the area of the Cruso Community Center. This is a controlled, intentional burn that will help protect the homes and properties in Cruso. You do not need to call 911 if you're in this area and you see those flames, unless you feel that you are in danger and those fires have jumped the lines. We've got an increase in firefighting efforts in Transylvania County. The additional methods being used to stop the spread. As of Friday evening, they have air assets being deployed to support the firefighting activities in the area of Dolly Master, Gladdy Fort, Crane Lane, and East Fort. Federal, state, and regional local mutual aid departments are supporting the firefighting activities. So we've got good news from Lester. That fire is 100% contained, and they will keep a check on the fire until they receive some rainfall tomorrow. Do not burn. That's the one big thing that's coming out of 911. It is a very high fire danger, no open burning whatsoever. Don't overwhelm 911 because you're seeing smoke unless you see flames or illegal burning. They're saying not to overwhelm 911. The Chuck Edwards, Representative Chuck Edwards, has been in close contact with the Trump administration and the relevant state and local agencies to stay up to date on the response and the fire progress that is taking place. He's advocated for federal resources funding to be administrated, and the state of North Carolina has declared a state of emergency. They applied for the Fire Management Assistant Grant Program, which were immediately awarded. The Rattlesnake branch fire has grown to 200 acres. It's in the field in Haywood County. Cruso's town motto, this was funny when I was reading this, 9 miles of friendly people plus one old crab. And they're saying the one old crab is the fire. So this area was the area that quickly spread to the state and federally managed lands. The Shining Rock designated wilderness area in the Pisgah Forest is an area of hardwoods. It took a big hit from Hurricane Helene and is again under current threat from these fires. The fire has grown by 200 acres. It's 5% contained as of 2 p.m. and they're trying to fight the fire with fire. The big airdrop that's taking place. They got very large air tankers which can deliver up to 9,400 gallons of retardant. It's the largest type of firefighting airplane that they have. It can hover at least 250 feet above the ground and deliver the retardant. The air tanker has worked to contain the northeast end of the Table Rock fire on Thursday, and this comes from the South Carolina Forestry Commission. The Table Rock fire update, this is the totals: Transylvania County under a state of emergency. Pisgah National Forest, Rattlesnake Branch, 700 acres. It has not yet breached into the county. The Persimmon Ridge fire from South Carolina is estimated 2,000 acres. It has not yet breached into the county. The Table Rock fire is now at 9,000 acres and it has breached into the county. The spot fire that was formed around 2 p.m. on the North Carolina side, that fire has jumped containment lines in the area of Crane Lane and East Fork Road. And firefighters have stopped active engagement in that area. They are trying to reposition and set up containment lines and defensive operations in the area of East Fork Road. This created an immediate threat to the area's left side of Dolly Master Road and south-southwest of the Big Hill Road, particularly Streamside Drive and Crane Lane. Well, we just about had a major catastrophe there with the wind blowing. It's really whipping here, folks. It's a good thing we was just about to wrap this up and get this one part of the information taken care of here. So that is the update right there that we have, and we have anything else, we're going to let you folks know. I apologize for the wind blowing the tripod over. Good thing we was able to catch it when we did. So folks, keep these all these people in western North Carolina, western upstate South Carolina in your prayers. There are fires burning in East Tennessee as well as southwest Virginia. So we've got a lot of reporting that we need to let people know about. We have a lot of people that are viewing this channel that live in western North Carolina, and it's hard for them at times to get news. The only time they get in-depth information is if their emergency alert system goes off on their phones and they know it's time to evacuate. So we're hoping these reports are giving them some ideas of where the fires are so that they will know a general area of the roads and they can track it on the maps and stay informed. That way they know whether they need to get ready and leave. I appreciate you folks joining me today here on Deep River Farm. I hope you all have a blessed day.